Things continue to get chaotic in KATSEYE, and if what I'm about to talk about in this video turns out to be true, the chances of Manon ever returning to the group are zero. So, you might ask, what exactly are you going to cover in this video, Coralie Keck? I'll be talking about KATSEYE's so-called hidden member, meaning Daniela's father and his latest posts, Manon's solo career plans, the support Manon has received from numerous celebrities, and much more. Now, without wasting any time, let's talk about what has been happening in KATSEYE recently. Let me briefly summarize what happened last week. HYBE and Geffen announced that Manon would be taking a break from the group to focus on her health issues. I immediately shared 2 videos about this, covering the developments day by day. If you're watching this video from the United States and want to be the first to hear news like this, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Shortly after the company's statement, Manon also made a post saying that she is healthy and doing well. However, allegations that Manon had been subjected to racism began to circulate. Right in the middle of these discussions, Daniela's father made harsh comments regarding Manon's departure. If you're curious about the details, you can watch those 2 videos. Today, we'll be focusing on the new developments. First of all, a recent post by musician David Enth, who has been rumored to be Manon's boyfriend, drew attention. David shared a post on his story that focused on the mistreatment of black members in girl groups and placed Manon at the center of the discussion. With this post, it became very clear that Manon has been facing racism and discrimination either within the group or from the companies themselves. Because it is not normal for both her and the people around her to be making these kinds of posts. Maybe they cannot say it openly, but they are clearly trying to communicate something in one way or another. After all these events, messages of support for Manon started coming from other artists. Especially black female artists and content creators made it clear that they stand by her. Normani starting to follow Manon during this period also drew attention because Normani herself had gone through similar experiences in a girl group. After that, names such as Chloe Bailey, Ezese, Lake Ann, Kaylani, and Ray openly expressed their support for Manon. Lake Ann also shared a post on her social media account that said, "We must protect each other." The support was not limited to artists. Well-known media outlets such as Cosmopolitan, Forbes, Rolling Stone, and Teen Vogue showed support for Manon, and even Grammy, which is considered one of the most prestigious award ceremonies in the world, commented from its official account, "We trust Manon." In fact, the girls had just recently done a photo shoot and interview as a group with The Cut. However, after the news about Manon, The Cut made supportive posts and by addressing the issue of black girls in groups, implied that Manon may have been subjected to racism. At this point, honestly, the support from all these major media outlets, especially Grammy, was something no one expected. If you ask me, HYBE and Geffen seriously mismanaged this process. Taking such a step against one of the group's most social and visible members was bound to cause backlash on its own. But the issue is no longer just about a member taking a break from the group. The issue now is the allegation that Manon was subjected to racism. And at this moment, that is the main topic being discussed publicly. What started as a conversation on social media about racism quickly grew beyond expectations, and now many media outlets and artists from the industry are openly supporting Manon. When HYBE and Geffen announced that Manon was taking a break, of course they anticipated there would be backlash. However, they most likely did not expect the support to be this strong or for the situation to escalate to the point where their own brands would be facing accusations of racism. Up until now, both HYBE and Geffen have not hesitated to portray Manon as lazy. For example, Popstar Academy almost seemed to be built around the narrative of Manon being lazy and the other girls being uncomfortable with it. Manon joined the program months after the other members. She had no professional dance or vocal background. While the other members had years of training behind them, she was starting from zero, learning K-pop choreography from scratch. So even though she showed significant improvement, the public narrative around her was shaped by a lazy label. But this lazy label was not created by the public alone. The companies behind the group also reinforced it to some extent. For instance, in the official fan merchandise Season's Greetings book released at the end of 2025, a particular section about Manon drew attention. If you're wondering what Season's Greetings means, especially in K-pop, groups typically release a special official New Year themed fan package at the end of the year, and this is called Season's Greetings. In the book released for KATSEYE, there was a question that read, "What does Manon think is her best trait?" The answer choices were sense of humor, quiet nature, laziness, and selfishness. What is interesting is that for the other members, there were no options describing them as lazy or selfish. Yes, this may generate engagement on social media. Yes, it may have been intended as a joke, but Manon had previously stated that being labeled lazy was the thing that hurt her the most. So knowingly including that option there does not seem entirely innocent to me. So, what new developments have emerged after the news of this break? Let's talk about them now. First, let's start with the most talked about person, Daniela's father. father. As you may remember, shortly after it was announced that Manon was taking a break, Daniela's father made comments on Instagram such as, "The show must go on, KATSEYE is bigger than one person, come back when you're ready," and those remarks sparked significant backlash. In the video I posted the other day, I mentioned that following the reactions to those comments, Daniela's father had deleted his Instagram account. However, he opened a new account and claimed that his previous account had been shut down due to complaints. This time, from the new account, he shared posts supporting Manon. This account is alleged to belong to him because he was posting childhood photos of his daughter Daniela. Still, I want to point out that there is no confirmed certainty regarding this new account. Of course, even after these supportive posts, comments like "KATSEYE is not managed according to Manon" and "the girls will be fine" started appearing again. For now, things seem to have calmed down a bit. Over the past few days, I haven't seen any new comments or posts from Daniela's father, but in my opinion, he already stirred up more than enough chaos. There were also allegations that Daniela's father had previously shown racism toward Yunche. Before one of the concerts, he took photos with the members and shared them on his account, writing kind comments for each member. Well, not exactly each member. He didn't post a photo with Manon, but for the other girls, for example, he wrote kisses and added heart emojis for his own daughter, called Lara a superstar, and described Sofia as a Filipino superstar. However, for Yunche, he only wrote Atlanta. That's it, just the name of the city where the concert was held. While everyone else received kisses, hearts, and compliments, Yunche only got Atlanta. I mean, it's honestly unbelievable. The situation does not end with Daniela's father. There are also some allegations circulating about Daniela's boyfriend. According to these claims, Daniela's boyfriend copied the artwork of a black artist, shared it as if it were his own, and then printed the piece on t-shirts and started selling them. Daniela is also said to have supported these allegedly stolen works by liking them. As I said, this is an allegation. There are many posts about this topic circulating on social media. You can see them yourself if you look into it. Now, another recent claim was that Manon's name had been banned in the KATSEYE Weavers community. For those who may not know, Weavers is an official fan community and communication platform created especially for K-pop artists and fans. It was established by HYBE, and many idols and groups have their own official pages there. A Weavers user tried to create a nickname using Manon's name, and when entering the word Manon, they were met with a message saying the word was banned. They shared a screenshot of this on the X platform. Thousands of people commented on this, reacting with things like, "How can you ban Manon's name from Weavers?" But friends, you actually cannot take idols or artists' names as nicknames on Weavers in the first place. If you try entering the names of other HYBE idols, you would receive the same restricted word warning. Honestly, as I've said before, during times like this, fans tend to scrutinize everything, so they get upset over even the smallest things. But take a moment, think, and stay calm. Not everything you see is necessarily real. Just because something gets thousands of interactions and is shared by hundreds of people does not mean it is 100% true. Before moving on to the new allegations, you usually forget to like my videos, so if you enjoy this one, I'd really appreciate a like. That way more K-pop fans can join our community. One of the topics being discussed right now is what Manon will do in the future. Will she continue with the group after everything that has happened? Will she go solo? What exactly will she do? There is a huge uncertainty. With everything escalating to this level, I honestly don't know how Manon would return to the group or what kind of statements would be made afterward. Considering that she has implied she experienced racism, going back there does not seem very logical to me. But we'll wait and see. On Reddit, some people are even discussing the possibility that this entire situation is actually a PR campaign, a form of promotion. However, that scenario feels a bit unlikely to me. The claims go like this. HYBE and Geffen allegedly wanted to announce Manon's hiatus ahead of Coachella and Lollapalooza to generate publicity for the group, but Manon supposedly did not want this because if she took a break during this period, people would call her lazy even more. For that reason, she may have shared posts saying "I'm fine, I'm healthy" to show that she was not happy with the situation and that what the company stated was not entirely accurate. There are also some rumors about what Manon Manon might do next. One of them is that she could become a judge on Germany's Next Top Model. Previously, Manon and Heidi Klum shared a post together. After that, people began speculating that they might both appear as judges on Germany's Next Top Model. Even if Manon does not become a permanent judge, I personally think she will definitely appear as a guest in at least one episode. Another rumor is that Manon may attend Paris Fashion Week. A fan account started sharing a story from a social media influencer who lives in Paris and has connections in the fashion industry. The post included an image of a model selection board prepared for a French brand's 2026 fall/winter event. Among the selected models, Manon's photo was reportedly included. Paris Fashion Week will take place from March 2nd to March 10th, and KATSEYE is scheduled to perform as a group at Lollapalooza, South America on March 13th. So in just a few days, we will see everything clearly. Do you think Manon will go to Fashion Week, or will she appear at Lollapalooza? Write your predictions in the comments now. When the time comes, I'll go back and check how many of you guessed correctly. For now, this is where things stand. There has still been no statement from either the company or the members. Moreover, Forbes and Teen Vogue requested a response from the company regarding the situation, but there has still been no reply. Megan briefly added the Cuts post to her story with a heart emoji, but she deleted it shortly afterward. People also pointed out that after the Cut showed support for Manon, Megan had praised the Cut as well. Manon has not been very active during this period either. On February 26th, after receiving support from various artists, she shared a photo on her story and wrote, "I love you all more than I can put into words." However, in that post, some people claimed that Manon's hair looked thinner than before and suggested that it might be stress-related hair loss. So as you can see, we are still in the middle of a huge uncertainty, and I'm very curious to see how all of this will end. I hope that whatever happens will be the best outcome for both Manon and the other group members. That's the end of today's video. Until the next one, please know that I love you all very much and take good care of yourselves. Goodbye.